Rockwell.
I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul? And thank you, because now it's start time.
This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out #9. This is 2021, sitting with one of the DJs who performed on stage just a few short moments ago. Please welcome to the Rockwell Radio Show, my brother, DJ G Nice.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, brother, great set. How did you feel about it?
Man, I felt great. I mean, honestly, just having the opportunity to be able to grace the stage and be invited to be a part of this dope event is it's just epic in itself.
Brother, you took him to that East Coast club sound. Tell us about that sound you played for us today.
Well, as everybody knows, me here in the ATL, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and that sound, that genre of music that I put together on that stage, they call it Baltimore club music. It's a house rendition, like you would know with typical house music out of Detroit, Chicago, but it has a hip hop element behind it that has more of the hip hop bass drum 808 kicks to it. And that's a Baltimore unique sound that a lot of folks don't know about. And I felt that today, with all the DJs that are going to have the opportunity to be on stage before and after me, I wanted to bring something new to not only themselves, but also the audience and the crowd that's out there, give them something different and be witness to a new sound. Because, I mean, music is universal, right?
No doubt.
And it don't matter what genre it is, but in one way or another, if you like it, if you feeling what's going on, it's going to make you move something.
And you've been doing this how many years now?
Honestly, I almost stopped counting, but it's somewhere around 30 years I've been DJing professionally.
Brother, you played an awesome set. Brother, it was always dope to hear you. Continue blessings, continue success with your set, my brother.
Thank you, sir, and I appreciate you as well. My man Rockwell, it's good to see you because it's been a minute since we got together and got to, partake.
Salute.
Indeed.
This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out. My man, G Nice. We out.
Peace.
This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out 2021, DD09. And next to me is a brother whom I just had the pleasure of meeting today. And we watched him absolutely kill it on the DDO stage. Meet DJ Popo. What's going on, kid?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Bruh. From what I understand, you weren't scheduled to perform today.
Yes.
And you just simply asked the producers and the organizers for 5 minutes. Is that right?
Just 5 minutes because, the rain made everything different. And they said, well, if you go on, it's not going to be that much time. I said, I just need 5 minutes just to have fun.
And the brother did 5 minutes, and he was so good, the audience asked him for what?
A one more round.
Minutes.
Yep.
So, brother, you have just bowled through DD09 like a bowling ball. So tell us your story, where you from, how you got started the whole nine.
Well, I go by the name of DJ Pope. I'm 26 years old. I'm from New York and Brooklyn. I've been DJing since I was 3 years old, to be exact. And I started playing with a record. It was a skating classic. It came out in 75, 76. Love Is the Message. That was my first record, and the second one I used to play over the sample was Mary J. I Can Love You Better.
Come on.
So I was a kid hearing that. I didn't understand what it meant, but I used to love hearing that record. I don't know why, just the sound of it. So my pop said he's gonna take me and you're gonna hear some music. I was a kid. I didn't know how to do that much scratching or blending. He used to be picky with telling me, don't scratch on top of the record. He said scratch on the side, and what we had was the Gemini PRX for 7000. It was the belt drive.
Right.
So I was like, that don't make sense. Well, let me just scratch on top. That's what it's supposed to be. So, but he's older. I had to bear with him. But I used to mess with all of the records. I used to go to B Street and used to buy records, AV8 records, all of that all the time.
Legendary record store in New York, by the way.
Oh yeah, you got it. Man, he used to be in Fulton, a couple other places in Queens, Brooklyn. We used to buy records all the time, and I still didn't understand what it meant. All I knew was just I love the sound of it. So I used to keep playing it over and over and over and over and over again. Basketball was my sport, but I said, nah, DJing was the love of it.
Come on.
I went through so many trials and tribulations through DJing. So for anybody that say like they got a story, everybody do too. So do I. I came out of rocking a 1991 speaker. I didn't have no power speakers till I was 17 or 18. I was rocking old school amps. I was pushing it to school when I was in high school.
How about that?
Like, it's a whole story behind this, man. And I love it.
Brother, I think I can speak for everybody at DD09 to say you rock the house.
Thank you, man.
You rock the house. So tell my listening and watching audience here at the Rockwell Radio Show where they can follow you on social media.
Well, y'all can follow me on Instagram, DJ Popo01, or Facebook, Flames Popo, like Fire Flames, FLAMES Popo, POPO. Don't be afraid to hit me up. I ain't bougie. I ain't none of that. Anybody just hit me up, shoot me a message, even if it's 2 or 3 in the morning. If you tell me who you are, I'm going to reply and then go back to sleep. And then I'll wake up in the morning and tell you, I'll hit you, But don't be afraid. I get that every day. People are scared to hit me up or they don't want to hit me. No, just talk. That's how the only way you're going to get out, by networking and just talking.
That part.
You cannot be afraid. If somebody wants to have a demeanor towards you, you have a positive energy towards anybody. You're going to keep moving.
Teach.
No matter what, I've been through every one of them. And to say where I'm at, I'm still not done yet. I'm just having fun. I can care less for the title, the clout. I don't care for that. I just like to have fun and network with people. That's just me.
Last question. Tell the world how you got your name.
I was a kid. My pop used to call me Popo. My sister name is Popo. So I used to ask my dad why he used to call me Popo. Every time he called me, I used to respond to it like he said Popo, I'd be like, huh? But my real name is Humberto. But he said Popo, I used to be like, huh? And I used to think like, were you drunk, to call me Popo? But it was a neighborhood name, and then he just passed it to me. So I said, you know what? I like it. I catch it to it.
Right now, you're tuned in to DJ Rockwell, the Rockwell Radio Show. We're broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out 2021 here in Forest Park, Georgia. And I'm sitting with my new brother, DJ Popo. Brother, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man.
Peace. Have a good one. We out of here. Peace, this is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out 2021.
Yes.
And the man sitting next to me needs no introduction, but I will introduce him or represent him to you anyway. This is world famous DJ Sha Kim. What's good, King?
Peace, man. Everything is wonderful, man. This event is beautiful, man. It's great to see all the DJs out here, all the fans of DJs. Like, this is great, man. Great for the community. Great to see all the brothers out here, you know what I mean? It's great.
Brother, man, an honor to see you here once again. Did you play this year or no?
No, I was supposed to play, but I had a party in Greensboro last night, and I literally drove from Greensboro straight here. So fatigue is like, my body was like, hey, man, have a seat. Don't do too much. We got more work to do. So I told him next time I'll make sure I'm off the day before so I can give it my all, you know what I mean?
Now, we just saw you, although you didn't play a full set,
Right.
we did just see you on stage just a few moments ago doing the carousel with
Yes.
every DJ, including the legendary Cash Money.
Absolutely.
Tell us how that went. How that went and how did it feel?
Listen, man, it's amazing to be surrounded by so many legends, and yes, they are legends, and they don't have to be dead to be legends. Like, you have Cash Money up there, you have JC, you have Melstar, you have the young guns, Popo. Listen, man.
Whoa.
Listen when I tell you, man. He's next.
Whoa.
Popo is next. B-Man is next. B-Man is absolutely next. He's next. Listen, it's a myriad of DJs up there, man. It's just great to see everybody, the camaraderie of it all, you know what I mean? So going in that carousel with your peers, and then the younger cats who look up to you.
Come on, man.
They don't understand, like, I may inspire them, but they re-inspire me to keep going.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, man.
Last question. And the last time you were on the show, I think I've asked you this question, so I'm going to ask you again to see if your answer has changed.
What's up?
DJ JC always says, we're going to name the Mount Rushmore of DJs. So
Okay.
who's on your Mount Rushmore of DJs, the 5? Let's go.
JC, Jazzy Jeff, Kid Capri.
3.
And this is where it gets tricky because it's Rob Swift, but it's also Sinister, but it's also Boogie Blind, it's also Eclipse, it's also Rock Raider, rest in peace. So the Executioners as a whole is are their number 4.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? And 5, you can't. You got Cuba. You got that whole that beat junkies, that Invisible Scratch Pickles,
the dudes,
that whole faction, man. Like I want to say, like that West Coast, like that whole. Most of these is in the West Coast, man. Crazy, you know what I mean? So I guess 5A. 5A, you know what I mean? Cubert, Scratch Pickles, you know what I mean?
You being threatened to just off camera. You're being threatened right now.
And 5B is Deltania Cannon. That's my 5B.
That's gonna get an asterisk because it was under duress.
Oh man,
brother, thank you once again for stopping and giving a few minutes to the Rockwell Radio Show. We always appreciate seeing you.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, I appreciate it.
This is DJ Rockwell, and we're broadcasting live from DD09 2021. This is the Rockwell Radio Show. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out 2021. And sitting next to me is a man who needs no introduction whatsoever. Please, and this is his second time on the Rockwell Radio Show. So, brother JC, welcome back, King. How you feeling, man?
What's going on, brother Rockwell? Appreciate you.
Brother, the performance was bananas.
Appreciate you.
Bananas.
Appreciate you.
We just saw you do a carousel with some of the greatest in the city, the greatest in the country. How'd that feel?
Oh man, the carousel is always a good time, but you know it's special. It's even more special when your friends are a part of it.
Come on.
And then also, it's also special when the person kicking it off is actually one of my biggest inspirations in this whole DJ game. Period. So you know, for Cash Money to set it off, that meant the world. And then, of course, Shock Him and, you know what I mean, Popo and just Applejack and Radical, just everybody coming up there, to execute it. It was good seeing Aquaria.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was either at first. And then, we had a powwow after. But, yeah, shout out to Aquaria. I remember I remember her beginnings, and I appreciate her progress over the years. right?
Had you heard Popo before today?
Yes, I had heard Popo. I started seeing him maybe 2-3 years ago. Shout out to my man DJ Pooh from Griffin. I've known Pooh for a minute. Pooh was a student at Scratch Academy for a little while, and he knows Popo. So Pooh was the first person to put a bug in my ear about Popo. So then I started seeing like little clips here and there, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, this guy he's on to something.
Oh, brother, indeed.
And then, I got to meet him for the first time in the flesh on the set of the podcast with DJ Smurf, the Damn That DJ Made My Day.
Right.
So that's where I actually got to meet him in person for the first time. And, he had a nice little routine. I'm impressed. I'm not one that's easily impressed. And, hey, man. As Cash Money said, the future is in good hands.
Come on, and that's exactly what he said. So in closing, my brother, 2 last questions. Give us your response to Brother Cash Money set.
Hey, man. Again, Cash Money is one of my biggest DJ inspirations. He is on my Mount Rushmore of DJs. So it's always a treat for me, to hear him. Did his thing.
And last but not least, and I've asked you before, and I ask again for those who may not have seen the last episode with your presence, give us your Mount Rushmore one more time. We already know one.
So Cash, Jazzy Jeff, okay. See, as Shakim was saying, there's levels, right? So honestly, I have about 3 or 4 different Mount Rushmore of DJs for specific things. Like, you see, I would put Red Alert on my Mount Rushmore.
How about that?
For being a hip-hop radio pioneer, right? But see, I wouldn't put him on the same mountain that I would have Cash Money and Jazzy Jeff on.
Good
See
point.
what I'm saying? Because, Red is not as technical, right? But he has quite the resume, you know what I mean? So he may not give you Jazzy Jeff Cash Money cuts and routines and backspins, but he has a lot of skin in the game. He broke a lot of ground for DJs like me, who eventually, followed in his footsteps, doing radio and all that kind of stuff, right? Red started out community, college radio,
right.
Underground radio, just like I did. Then, he went up to 98.7 KISS and WBLS and, whatever major radio station in New York City there was for you to be on playing hip-hop and breaks and all that kind of stuff. Red Alert was there.
Come on.
So, Red Alert, Marley Marl, Miss Magic, they have a separate Mount Rushmore, but, just for the sake of convo, just on some real skillful cut up type stuff, definitely Jazzy Jeff, Cash Money. We go West Coast, just as Shakim was saying.
Can't leave out the West.
Yeah, you gotta give it up for Joe Cooley and Bobcat and all those DJs. See, it's a lot of DJs in all these, like we know about all the top DJs in all the markets, but for all the top ones that we know, it's another 10, 15 that's probably just as nice.
Come on.
That don't get the shine, right? So, I'm acknowledging, hey, I don't want to offend nobody when I say because I want to make it clear, that it's difference, so, yeah, man. Also, I still didn't finish my top 5. Okay, so Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff. Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff, Joe Cooley, Beat Junkies, because as a crew, as a crew, top to bottom, in all different facets of whether it be party rocking or turntablism.
There's so many levels to it.
Yeah, again, it's so many levels, right? And the beat junkies, they can give it to you, right? And you know, I also hold executioners in that same, you know, because in New York, right? Mm-hmm. You rest in peace, Grandmaster Rock Raider. Indeed. Rob Swift. You know, you shout out Total Eclipse. You know, you shout out Mr. Sinister. You know, DJ. You know, you shout out that entire, right? Because they made moves. You know, you guys, and again, DJ Craze. You know, like again, it's so many. DJ Scratch, DJ. It's just so many.
It's almost impossible to fit.
Exactly.
On the mountain.
Right. Exactly. And then you know, at Atlanta, right? You know, if you want to talk Atlanta DJs, you know, you would have to put Nabs up there. You have to mention Toomp. You know, you have to mention DJ Lord from Public Enemy. You have to mention Clever. You can't leave out Cutmaster Swift from Outkast. You know, like there's a lot of people that you cannot leave out of a conversation.
So last question is this.
Yeah.
How does it feel to you that you are on most of our Mount Rushmores? How does that feel to you?
I would say it's an honor. You know, I appreciate it. I think, because you know, I think that. I think that y'all see, you know, the love and passion that I have for this. You know what I mean? I think it's easily apparent. It should be easily apparent for anybody who ever listens to me, watches me, whatever. You can tell that I really love. You know,
no question.
Like
no question.
I wake up. First thing I do is get on turntables. Damn near. You know, and. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate, you know.
Brother, you have put in the grind, you have put in the time. You are worthy of mountain for sure. So, brother, once again, thank you for stopping by the Rockwell Radio Show once again.
Yes, sir.
This is DJ Rockwell. This is none other than our brother, Grandmaster DJ JC.
Go with that. Yeah.
And, right. And you're tuned into the Rockwell Radio Show. Peace. We out.
All right.
This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ broadcasting live from DJ's Day Out. And again, I've said it at least a couple of times already during this set. If I need to introduce who's sitting next to me, you shouldn't be watching the Rockwell Radio Show. Please welcome, for the first time on the Rockwell Radio Show, our brother,
El DeBarge.
Philly.
It's El DeBarge. What up, y'all?
DJ Cash Money, y'all.
What's good, man?
Bro, you just smashed DJ's Day Out.
Man, it's just good times, good vibes with good people, man. That's all, man. There's a lot of love for me down here, man.
Oh,
yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
I caught your set at MJQ a couple of years ago, and I hadn't seen you. That was the first time catching your set live.
Right.
And I was like, this brother still got it like he's like yesterday.
Right.
We've been down since Ugly People Be Quiet.
Wow.
I've been listening that long.
That's 30 years.
I've been down that long. So, I only have 3 questions. Mm-hmm. Tell us the Cash Money Marvelous story, how that came to be. That's question number 1. Let's start there.
Right. Well, me and Marv, me and his brother, we're from the same neighborhood. We actually live around the corner from each other back then. Me and his brother played football and basketball together, and Marv was his younger brother. And he was like, yo, you need to check out my brother. And that's how we just connected like that. Yep.
Number 2, you made history at the DMC. Tell us that story real brief.
Well, man, at that time, man, I was really practicing hard. I didn't know all this noise was going to make me so famous, man.
right.
At that time, you know, DJs were just letting records play. So, you know, for me to make these turntables, make this noise and make it funky, you know, was something that at that time no one's really ever saw. And then, I was like, I wanted to start winning the competitions in New York. Then I got into the DMC, and I won the World Championship representing United States for that 1988 thing. Yeah.
Did you have any idea how DJing would be impacted as of that one event?
No. To be honest with you, man, even now, like today, like when I see people come up to me, man, I'm shocked that they, you know, especially younger cats, like,
wow.
Yeah, because, you know, they weren't around back when I was really out there like
right.
that. Oh shit, something came in. You know.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing, man. This noise has made me famous, man. That's all I can say. Thank y'all for all that love noise, man.
Right.
Hey.
Last question, because they calling us. Last question. Who is your top 5 DJs of all time?
Definitely Flash.
1.
Theodore.
2.
Kid Capri.
3.
I say Cosmic Kev from Philly and Grand Wizard Rasheen.
All 5. You heard it from the legend himself, DJ Cash Money.
Can I have one more?
Go ahead.
I gotta say, look at over here, look, interview bombing.
This is the Rockwell Radio Show. That's the legend Cash Money. This is DJ Rockwell. We're broadcasting live from DD09. Salute. We out of here.
Salute.
I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul?